Good morning, guys. I'm Angel A. Tarot 23. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving yesterday, and I hope you got to enjoy the stuff you're thankful for. I sure did. I just stayed home. Me and my mom had a little Thanksgiving by ourselves. Right now, I am reshuffling these cards out. Oop, oop. I'm taking the golden animal cards out and I'm putting them over to the side. And then if we pull out the animal assistance card that's in here, then we'll use those. Because they're kind of a little bit bigger and they're more foily on the back. And they're just a little bit hard to shuffle in with the rest of these cards. So as I make these new cards and incorporate them in, I got these ones and these that I made, blue and purple ones. They're like a little bit of a deeper message. A bigger, deeper message. So I'm getting all kinds of cards we can use to clarify in these videos. Like, pretty much the importance of all this is the devil's got his paw on everything. And people have their secrets. Like almost everybody, right? Except those who live in their truth and they're unique and they aren't afraid to speak about the truth. A lot of people are afraid to speak about their truth. It's crazy, ridiculous. It creates a lot of drama and chaos for the rest of us when we're not actually sure what's really going on. When we gotta guess what's going on actually, because somebody doesn't actually want to talk about stuff because things are like too uncomfortable to talk about. And then people get steered in the wrong direction. That's important. It's a big issue. This card's kind of messed up. I gotta fix it. So, after Thanksgiving yesterday, things were... everybody was on the same page pretty much there. Everybody needed to get to their Thanksgiving. People were traveling. Now, we're moving into the next phase. It's after Thanksgiving. We're moving into that Christmas time energy. Like, we're still clearing out this Thanksgiving energy. So, we're going to see what's actually going on collectively after I get these shuffled out like this. Like, a lot of people are awakening to the fact that there's something deeper going on than just what they're saying in the religious community, and it's some magical ass shit. It actually has to do with metaphysics and stuff. So that connects science to religion. That's deep. That's fucking what word am I looking for? Groundbreaking. That's forward movement in humanity. Like, huge. That's something they've been trying to figure out for generations. And you know what it is? The age of Aquarius has begun. And we're a couple of years into it now. And people are really waking up like all over the place and communicating about it. And word of mouth really helps. When we start talking to our family about our beliefs and changing up things and making new traditions that are more appropriate for the times, that helps a lot. That makes things better for the children in the future, for the whole family, you see? And that's how we do things fairest and appropriate, and do things that are best for all people. We gotta keep up with the times. As things change, we change. And we can't be holding people back because we don't want to change, because we like things to be in our favor, or whatever it is that holds one back from changing for the better. Fear that things won't be as good. It's really just fearing the transformation. But after the transformation and you're all comfy in your new dream, you're gonna be like, oh, this wasn't so bad. You know, I'm glad I did this. It's your inner demon that holds you back. Fear. The devil is all about control, you see? But the devil more wants to control your demons and stop your demons from taking too much control. You need to have a balanced control over your life. And when you fall victim to yourself, that means you've let your demons take over, basically. Alright, so we got all these golden cards that we can pull if we need to pull out the nature assistance. If we pull that card out, we need nature assistance. Okay. Let's do a collective reading now and see what's going to be happening for us all. Yesterday, I posted a video about, there was 3 piles, and it's called Pick Your Pile, Pick Your Tarot Reading, or something like that. And yeah, so I put out 3 piles, and you got to pick like a personal reading. So if you haven't seen that video, go find that. All you have to do is click on my little name, and it'll take you right to my channel. And find that, pick a reading, and then that gives you a little personal guidance. And then when you come on, and then with this video, you can put the knowledge together after that and see what's happening with you that's connected to the collective and what's going on collectively, and then see how you play in personally. I know that's kind of deep, but you can do this. I'm encouraging people always to expand their knowledge. Challenge your brain. It's fun. When you actually, it's a little bit frustrating sometimes when your brain is steaming, because you're like, oh my god, I know I'm onto something, but I just can't figure it out. And then you figure it out and you're like, oh my god, it was really that simple, or whatever it is. Epiphanies are great. I'm get some coffee. All right. What's going on collectively? Let's see what Celtic spirit we're dealing with first. This for a little bit here. We're gonna talk about the next week, 2 weeks. What are we moving into? We have the gift. Moving into gifts. It's harvest season. Communication, gifts, crystals. So I think a lot of you out there were probably being led by the Oak Guardians. And I have seen people getting praise for spiritually leveling up. And that means you're going to be granted some gifts. This could be just energetic gifts. Like, you're just going to get better at things. And you're going to be like, damn, what the hell? It's because you just got tuned up. Spiritually. Literally, it happens. But if you don't do anything, nothing will happen. And we have had a great idea and stuck working on manifesting it. Passion driven. So if you've been thinking about something you want to manifest physically in your life, the universe is saying go get that. Like, we're going to help you get that gift. We're going to guide you in the right direction, okay? But if you don't do anything, nothing's going to happen. We have something about an aggressive message received. And low light phase. Low energy, self-reflection, tired, time to go within, energy. New moon cycle. So, in doing research, somebody was doing some research over this time where we were kicked back. Something is too uncomfortable to discuss that they have seen. This could be physically seeing something or is now mentally seeing something too. We have something about may receive something in the mail. We have the truth about something. When it comes to a Cancer. Change to environment needed. The situation is unhealthy. Cancer energies are very manipulative. They are a water sign, and water signs control with emotions. Pisces, as a water sign, they more just standing up for people that are misfits. That's like their duty. Whether they know it or not. And a Cancer is very smart. They have genius, but they use it. If they use it while lacking integrity, it's very dangerous. And we have something to do with the weavers. Weaving webs. Manifestation. Decisions. Fate. Fate's playing out. Harvest time. Now, I'm just going to get the traditional tarot. So fate's playing out. People are going to be receiving gifts from the divine. Somebody may receive something in the mail, but something's too uncomfortable to discuss. Make that resonate with your situation. This is going on with the collective. Interesting. After doing more research, changes to environment needed, something's unhealthy, and receiving messages in the mail. And we have aggressive messages. received online about something, or phone calls. This could be something in the mail. Could be an aggressive message received by mail. Something to do with a cancer. Somebody's weaving a web. Alright, let's do some more tarot deeper into this. We got the Hanged Man. Somebody's stuck in limbo. Or maybe the truth is hanging them up. I don't know. We got something to do with abundance and the star. That's also connected to gifts. Gifts of abundance. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Somebody moving forward with like a romantic offer. And Queen of Cups. And we have a completion of a cycle. I think that's this being stuck in limbo energy. And then a King of Swords is standing up for the abundance. We got Page of Wands, learning creative ideas, like taking in creative ideas after creative ideas and thinking about it, weighing the options, looking at this divine offer and then looking at what this is compared to this, and it's like, you know, the truth is what makes you sit like that. Like, about Two of Cups, some about Two of Cups relationships. And we got something to do with the King of Wands, who rules with creative ideas. And we got using creative communication for emotional fulfillment reasons. And we got the King of Pentacles here. I think this is being communicated to a King of Pentacles. Because sometimes King of Pentacles, they don't think about people's emotional fulfillment. They're just worried about the money. But we have somebody, you know, standing up for that belief in some way. Being left out from certain things. Blind and blocked. Your intuition. About a union? Or unity? Like, to keep a balanced harmony collectively. People in power, they can't be misusing their power. They gotta care about people's needs. Because that fucks with emotional fulfillment if people can't be balanced. Like, you can't make somebody work fucking 12 hours a day and then let them go home and sleep, and then they got to come back and work another 12 hour a day. Like, when do they have time to live? Why the fuck are you working somebody like that? There's plenty of people out there that need fucking jobs. Why aren't they working 8 hours? It's because they need more money to pay their bills, and that's why they're willing to work 12 fucking hours. Why the fuck do we need to work people that fucking hard? Give them a little bit more money. And then hire somebody else to work that other full fucking shift. What the fuck? And I don't want to hear that people can't be paid more, because I'm looking at how much people are I'm at, like, I can do the math. I'm not a fucking retard. Most of us are not. And we can do the math and figure out how much somebody's making. Like, fucking soda. When you go to the restaurant and you order a soda, it's like $2.99 for a soda. Do you know what it is? It's just some syrup and soda water. Do you know how cheap that is? That's like cents that they're paying to actually serve that to you.
while you're paying $2.99. That's fucking like over $1 in like profit off your one order of $2.99. And how many people get a drink when they go? 2 people go out and they got 2 sodas at $2.99 when it only costed the restaurant actually 50 cents to serve it. I don't even know if it costed that much for a little squirt of syrup. But that's okay. 2 sodas at like $3. That's $6. And it cost them like 50 cents. That's $5.50 profit. Bam! Off 2 sodas? How many motherfucking sodas did they sell in a day? How much profit did they make off of the sodas? Just the sodas. And they want to say that they can't pay their employees a little bit more? Fuck that. And if they can't afford to pay their employees because the bills are too high, then there's a problem that lies within the fucking electric companies and the water companies. I'd say things are off balance in general. And these King of Pentacles are the fucking block. They are these swords that tie you down and hold you and tell you you need to just listen, or you're going to go to the hospital, or get fired, or whatever. They use fear tactics to keep you stuck. And if you don't want to be stuck because there's freedom in the United States, then they say, okay, you can go. You don't want to be here. And then you go, and you go try to find somewhere else to be. But it's hard to find somewhere where they're not fucking acting like this. Everybody's acting like this. Now I'm going to pull some cards over here. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got to speak the truth. As I'm feeling it. Passionate about this shit. Alright, the angels are reading your thoughts. Be careful what you manifest. Lovers and friends. Just being patient until the right kind of growth happens. You know, this means, you know, these guys right here, these guys are the ones that are telling these lovers and friends this. Like, they're like, oh, we need a little bit more so we can be more comfortable and be happy when we come work for you. And they're like, oh, just wait until this promise I'm going to fulfill later. No, you're never going to fulfill that promise. They're empty promises. And we got somebody stalking. We got something about romantic feelings. It says, love yourself because you may be standing alone. We got an inappropriate toucher. Inappropriate touchers. And we got ages 0 to 3. And we got somebody saying don't go. I think because of these children that are ages 0 to 3. And we have ruler of heaven, connected to all that is life. Naturally a strong leader that conquers with eager dignity and willpower. So we got illumination in a situation about somebody stalking, but somebody saying don't go because the kid's only 2. Come on. Alright, relationship lessons. Your soulmate may not be your usual choice. So, let's go further with that. Hold on. I'm trying to sweep something under the rug. Somebody's being dismissive about something. An Aries. Somebody focuses to the details. A Sagittarius. And we got something about a Taurus. And we got the divine is aligning the stars to be a wild outcome. If things get weird, just hold on. Hang on. Watch this person. If they're trying to sweep something under the rug, just keep an eye on them. Focus to the details. What are they running from, really? Something about an allergy. And somebody buying time. And we're heading towards abundance. Just shining even though. Moving forward quickly, you may have cleared an obstacle or you had a change in perspective that made you start moving forward. As things are getting illuminated, it makes it easier to move forward. Yeah, somebody's jealous, somebody's moving forward. And somebody's making things hard for somebody. And we got legal bindings. Trying to legally bind people. We got court problems, contracts, restrictions, laws, obstruction of freedom, legal blockages, probation. Could be any of these things. Like when you're trying to leave somebody and they're like, no, don't go. And you're like, no, I'm going anyways because it's best for us all in the future. And they just making things hard. And they're like, I'm going to call the police on you and lie about something. Or I'm going to take you to court for the custody of the kids or whatever. They got people that are like stalking you. Maybe they're trying to inappropriately touch you. Trying to get you not to leave. They're just trying to buy more time with you. That's all. You're jealous. You're moving on. They see you're going to get better opportunities. Trying to legally bind you and make things harder. But they're only 2. Somebody's addicted to hard drugs. Aye. And it's not weed or alcohol. We got divinely guided clues about this. We did have that inappropriate touch card come out. I'm seeing over here, I got this card sticking out. Cheating on partner. And animal assistance was under that. So let's pull out the animal assistance card. We got, oops, I was scared. And somebody's feeling alone and vulnerable in the world. And regenerating after a rebirth. Gathering information. About somebody using trickery acts. Like, ooh, look over here. Now look over here. Now look what I can do. And just don't pay attention to what's really going on. And then now somebody's going, fishing for the information they need about this. Like, what the hell is actually going on behind that? Somebody needs some crystal healing or herbal healing, like spiritual healing, maybe a spiritual bath. And we got goals of self-celebration. You feel like you won in a situation. Somebody's like, woohoo! With a traffic stop. Oh, trying to legally bind people, get them. And the Bereas, somebody's watching, keeping tabs on somebody. When it comes to a family feud, glitter versus gold. Trying to figure out who's really just looking pretty and who's really golden. You know, when two parents are splitting up and somebody's acting like, you know, jealous and legally trying to bind you and just make your life harder, they'll look like they're just concerned about you and blah 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 and this and that, and they're glittering and sparkling and they think they're shining even though you're doing this to them and that, but really they're just looking for attention. And they're looking to get people to fucking just make your life harder instead of just moving on. That's this family feud shit. Sometimes it's hard for people to realize they're the problem because they don't want to see it. Okay? That's an important message from the divine, because when you start helping somebody do something that's not really helping a situation, then you become a problem. You don't want to do that. Beautiful illusions. You don't want to contribute to somebody's beautiful illusions, because that creates child endangerment situations and everything else. Because what if that parent really is fucking deranged in their mind, right? You gotta check the duality. This is what we're all dealing with on a massive scale right now, because we're realizing that we could be contributing to predators and we don't even realize it. Walking away from certain people when they really actually need help. Like, if somebody has been victimizing you and you're asking for help, but you're not even like really sure what kind of help you can get, and then you're like start talking about it, and then they talk to that person who thinks they're golden but they're glitter, they're making shit up, they don't see how they're wrong in a situation, they should just be moving on, and they start distorting the view and steering people in the wrong direction, then all of a sudden you're looking like the victimizer, and you're like, what? I'm just trying to move on. They're just making my life harder. Like, this happens way too fucking much. And that's how people end up in the lion's den. Because they're gathering this person, they gather that person, then they gather everybody, and then once shit hits the fan, reality sets in. Like, okay, looking back now, you're really contradicting. Like, you acted like you cared about this person, but really right now, you're not making sense. Because they just want to keep sticking the knife in and twisting it. And you're like, and then eventually you're watching them do this and you're helping them. You're like handing them the knife to stick in and twist. And this person's just like, why are you doing this to me? Because they are the victim. You're like, wow, why are we victimizing this person? Hey, you said they were victimizing you and now we're victimizing them. This just doesn't seem right, because two wrongs don't make it right. What the And then you throw your hands up and you're like, I ain't contributing to that shit anymore. Fuck you and you. And middleman's out. See how this all works? That's a whole cycle. And then middleman tells that dude, like, hey, remember when they called you in? And we fucking victimized that person because they said that they were victimizing them? Yeah, that was all bullshit. Like, we were fucking handing them the knife to stick in this person, and we were letting them twist it, and we were laughing about it. And then they're all like, what? Like, that person tells that person. Now that person calls up that person and that person, like, oh my god. And then, blah, everybody all of a sudden. And then when that person calls them all back up to get the gang back together, all of a sudden the gang's together and they're like, hey, remember when you made me stick the knife in? And they're like, remember when you made me stick the knife in? And I stuck the knife in too? And then conflict breaks out. That's these Bereas. These are those special forces. People that are on the street, that are in their integrity, and will stick up for their family and themselves appropriately when they need to. They tend to get caught up with those motherfuckers that are acting like they're a victim, but they're fucking doing it. They're like, hands are covered in red paint, and they're like, I didn't paint the flowers, they did. You know what? They made me do it. They said they were gonna kill me if I didn't do it. And you're like, what? Really? Throws you for a loop for a second. And you're like, but you just don't realize, like, when you're a smart person and you don't make stupid choices and you really are just living a life and you care about other people, like, you don't even think that somebody would say the things that they're saying when they're just making it up. Like, why would somebody make that up? Because you've never been in that situation to where you would even think to do that. You know? So, it's good to stick yourself in the shoes of those kind of people from time to time to realize what it actually is that's going on within them so you can help steer them appropriately while they're trying to steer you in the wrong direction. That's how you turn into an ill motherfucker, let me tell you what. That's when you have full control, personal control. Is when you know somebody's lying, but you can still listen and try to steer them appropriately without, like, freaking them out, you know? That's like then putting yourself in the shoes of an undercover. An undercover acts like he's cool and he's with them all, you know? But then one day he's just like, I was undercover the whole time. Right? I mean, that's how I have to assume it would go down. But that's some people's purpose. You learn to step out of the way when you know that's not your purpose and they have a purpose to do that for a reason, you know? Alright, guys. And maybe if you're a smart person and you come across an undercover who's just under his cover and you're like, maybe you can help him without even being like, are you an undercover? Maybe he might give you a little wink, like, yeah, I am, or something. And then you're like, alright. And then you start paying attention. It's like your own personal movie now. You're like, I know that guy's an undercover, and I'm gonna help him undercover. That's kind of shit I like. That's the kind of shit, like, makes my heart, like, pump. I don't know. I'm passionate about that kind of stuff. My favorite kind of shows to watch are, like, Forensic Files, and like, I used to like watching that old show, America's Most Wanted. And I'd look at their pictures and be like, if I ever see that guy, I'm gonna call. You know? Everybody used to watch that back in the day. All right, guys. That was a great reading. Peace out.